Hello and welcome to Kelly Loves K-Pop. I'm Kelly, I'm a tarot reader and K-pop fan, and today we're going to do a reading that's been sponsored by a wonderful donator from the Ko-fi page. That reading is going to be about Mamamoo's current career trajectory, that's the word, not trajectory. I'm just making up words now. Anyway, thank you for clicking on this video. Again, thank you to the lovely donator who sponsored it. If you'd like to sponsor a video on my channel, you can go to my Ko-fi page, links in the description. I might put the link up on the screen for you right now. And you can basically make a donation and request the topic of the next video. And all donators, I really appreciate you guys. Today, like I said, we're doing Mamamoo. I have quite a lot of Mamamoo videos. I think I did a Hwasa career reading, but I do think that was focused more on her solo career. So we're going to look into the girls themselves. The donator kind of was leaning more into like the company isn't doing a great job at promoting them, so they're really curious how that's gonna go in the future. If, you know, we're gonna see the company more involvement, girls taking things in their own hands. I do think I kind of got a little bit of a vibe in the last Hwasa reading I just did for them that Hwasa is definitely taking some things into her own hands, but we'll see what's going on for the group as a whole now. So I'm gonna bring out my True Heart Tarot, I believe. True Heart Intuitive, and the one by Rachel True. The True Heart Tarot by Rachel True. Okay, so yeah, oops. Let's shuffle the cards. So Mamamoo career reading. Let's see, maybe we'll do like a career reading and then a little bit about how they feel about their company and as a whole. Maybe we'll just kind of dig into that. Is it the Five of Cups again? Did that come out twice? I'm going to shuffle, but if it comes out in the reading again, you know. Again, I've said it before, but when a card wants to come out, it will. There's no denying it. You'd be surprised. So again, sorry for no face cam this time. Again, I'm waiting for my new camera to come in the mail. So next week we should have, well, next week recording, I should have my face cam back. Probably the week after you'll actually see it back on the channel. So just give me a little bit of time, but we're upgrading. I really didn't like the quality of the camera I was using for my face cam. I wouldn't call it a cheap camera, but with cameras you definitely get what you pay for. So we're going all in this time, because right now this is just my phone. The tabletop has always been on my phone. It's a pretty nice camera on the phone. I'm very happy with it, but I'm not buying two phones, you know, to do the face cam. So here we go. All right, we are looking into Mamamoo's career. Let's go. Okay, well, you know, we've got some trials and tribulations, but overall it doesn't seem too bad. Generally speaking, a lot of times the first row is kind of immediate future. Second row tends to be more further reaching future. But sometimes timing isn't always my strong suit. I try my best, but I'm an empathic reader, so I tend to feel kind of the emotions that jump out, and sometimes associating the time with that is not how my gift always works, but I try my best. I try my best. So let's see. So we have Three of Wands. and 7 of discs to start out with. Come here. So 3 of wands and 7 of discs means they do have ideas, but they're almost being pushed off a little bit. It's like they're waiting. I do just wonder if this means like group comebacks will start to get more spaced out, because of everyone kind of handling all their solo activities, or just the company not handling things well in general. Like I said, I might do another reading on the company in specific in their relation to the group to get more information on that. But this just means, yeah, this is like projects you're kind of putting out. Sometimes it can mean travel. Sometimes I do read it as more international. So if they're looking for more global opportunities, it also seems like they're waiting for that to happen. But in specific, it just kind of feels like activities in general are going to be spaced out for them. But we're having the Queen of Wands, so I think that means we're going to see it. Queen of Wands is Queen energy to me, means like the things you do for others. So Queen energy for me, oh, I love it. She's got like 6 arms there, doing all the things. But to me, that reads of like group activities. So I do think we'll see group activities. I just think they're going to be more sparse than they were. Or even if it's not group activities, like the girls working with each other is not going to be something that stops. It just might slow down a little bit. You know, death in reverse, we're seeing this as like a transition, right? Things are transitioning, things are changing. Let me see. So we have the 6 of discs, or 6 of pentacles, and it's in reverse. Six of discs is also like money for other people. And it's like the haves giving to the have-nots. I think there's more label changes in the future for them, honestly. That's what I feel from these two, is Weeyen's not going to be the only one. It may, like I said, this may take a while. We may have to go through a whole nother cycle. I do think probably upon next cycle, we're going to see someone else trying to leave the company, or when, you know, I don't know, there's going to be something that the haves and the have-nots, which generally to me speaks of like power dynamic between company and group. There's going to be a total transition and shift, which just really death in reverse makes me feel like another one's going to leave the company. Maybe, you know, probably not the group. I don't think Mamamoo will, even if they don't have any more activities together, Mamamoo will find a way to like still show that they're Mamamoo. You know, like that's not gonna, it's gonna be like a GOT7 thing where like who knows when they're promoting together, but they're still GOT7. Like Mamamoo, even if they're all on different companies and they don't know when they're gonna promote together, will still be around together, will still show each other hanging out together, and will still consider themselves Mamamoo, I think. Just in general, but I do think there's more company issues for them in the future. So meantime, I think we'll see them doing stuff. It's just gonna be a little more sparse, but then I think later on we're gonna see kind of people stepping away from the powers that be for them. Then we have the Empress, which again is a lot of creativity. So I think we're gonna see them creating, doing a lot of music. I don't know how intermingled with each other, but I do think there will be features from each other going to be all throughout that stuff. That's regardless of what companies they're on. I think they're going to always try to be working together in some shape or form, and we're going to see that. That's going to happen for them. The Empress also just to me is like abundance as well. So I think anything they do is generally going to be successful. I just think they're well received by the people, unless some kind of horrible scandal befalls them, which I don't really see for them. They're just gonna be successful either way. Maybe not in the way they would like to or the way we all planned it to be, but I think they're still gonna be intermingling together, and they're still gonna be successful. Because we have like the Devil in reverse. So to me, a lot of times when I read Devil in reverse, it's those pressures coming off of you, right? The people, you know, in the Devil card are always there by choice, right? They're letting their lives be influenced by whatever was holding them down, right? Whatever that power was holding them down. This is about finally getting away from that. Again, I think it has to deal with this, just like finally having that freedom, finally like realizing they don't have to take that shit from companies. I would absolutely love if this meant they form their own company at some point. I would love to see a female group do the whole Shinhwa company thing and just give the middle finger to the industry and do it themselves. There's someone that's successful and well liked. I think Mamamoo would have a great chance at that if they wanted to. Either way, I do think they're going to escape a lot of the bureaucracy that's been holding them back, that maybe was making this more difficult for them. So we're going to see that away. Seven of Wands. This is showing that, you know, if you do break away from companies, they don't make your life easy. You know, they will try to make your life difficult. And I think they're going to have some backlash, maybe, you know, not from the fans, but from the other side, where companies like having power over you. And then when they don't, maybe they know a lot of things that they try to release. But this is like, you know, she has that shield. Like I just don't think Mamamoo are the type of people that have a lot of dirt on them to begin with. I mean, I think all the mistakes they've made very publicly already. Like, you know, all the things they've screwed up and done in the past are already very public. You can't really use that against them to surprise to attack them. So it's like just saying like whatever happens, whatever things people throw at them, like they're prepared. They're really pretty good with that. It's really hard to hurt them. Again, I think they're very favored by the public, so it's really hard. It's going to be real hard to take a swing at them. And then we have the Princess of Cups and the Two of Cups. So the Princess is our page. And these two being together, I do think ultimately we will see a little bit of a falling out between some of the members. Princess or the Page of Cups to me is usually about friendship. It's about kind of your feelings toward other people that are more intimate for you, because I think the Queen is how you outwardly show that connection, but the Page is kind of you and you develop or currently developing feelings. So I think Two of Cups is going to show a bit of a falling out. It may not be super public, but I just think we'll start to notice certain members just don't talk to each other. And I think I've talked about this also in the Wassa reading. I think there's one member that she's not close with. And it could be that referring to that reading where we're just going to see them kind of stop interacting. But I do think like Mamamoo is something that's sacred to those girls, and they're always going to talk highly about the group. I don't think you'd ever see them talk badly about each other. You just may not see them like taking pictures with each other or featuring on each other's songs. Meanwhile, all the other girls do. So it'll just be kind of like a low-key thing. You know, like you get formed in these groups, you don't always hit it off with everybody. And if, you know, as their career goes, they'll be working kind of together a little bit less. So that time apart will kind of make it easier to grow apart for certain people. But I think certain members are also just besties, and that's how it's going to be. So let me see. Can we get a little more information about this falling out between members? Can we find out who it is? Fool. So the Fool talks about someone who really wants to step out into something new, doing something new. Seven of Swords. This is kind of deceit though. Sometimes it can mean surprise if it's more positive, but yeah, I just think there could be two of them that don't agree with like a decision someone made. Or maybe someone that's jealous about the attention another member gets. It could be something really simple, Kelly and Beyonce style. Ace of Wands. I'm trying to remember who's a fire sign. could be a fire sign that's kind of involved in that falling out, or that little bit of jealousy. Because it does seem just like someone's favored. Someone was favored for more opportunities outside of the group. And it just felt like a little backstabby to someone else. So there is a little bit of like bad blood, I guess, between certain members, or I don't say bad blood, but sensitive topics that they haven't fully resolved. That makes more sense. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do the company and versus the girls and see how they feel about their company personally, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. And we'll see. So let's see how does Mamamoo feel about, was it RBW? Is that their company? If I said it wrong, I'll put the correct name up right now. But I think it's RBW. How does Mamamoo feel about their company? Three of Swords. Okay, I mean, that's a pretty clear picture. That is heartbreak and disappointment. Okay. We know. Okay, so there's also issues about being paid. We got that power dynamic, so I think we know exactly what that power dynamic was referencing before. Yeah, Three of Swords is definitely actually, this is about, in reverse, is almost about something being taken away. Still feel like the company didn't follow up with something they were supposed to do. Queen of Discs also tells me there's money, there's financial issues there. Someone's not, especially the Queen of Discs, or Queen of Pentacles is the person who takes care of you, is the person who financially supports you. So there is a lack of financial support. We have the Knight of Wands in reverse, which means also things being handled badly because of poor preparation. So definitely, I do think the girls think this company isn't giving them the right opportunities, isn't making them the amount of money they should be making, and I just don't know if that's a bad contracts deal where they don't make the money, or they intentionally feel like the company is hiding money from them, or that those are lack opportunities, like money they should have had but they lack the opportunities. But the Queen makes me feel like it is money that's there that they're just not getting. So I do think maybe the company is taking more than their fair share. But they could be legally, contractually able to do that. The girls just know it's unfair. And we see Judgment. Whatever it is, I think this really feels like the company has an outward image of being really, really good, at least in Korea maybe. Like somehow they have this really great reputation. But Judgment also means like, you know, like absolution. Like it means eventually you kind of getting what you deserve in the end. So excuse me if you can hear my stomach growling. I have not had breakfast yet. It's still like what, 9 or 10 a.m. Yeah, so there could be a feeling of like eventually going to get what they deserve, but right now they're viewed very positively. And it could be also they don't want to take the chance on outing their company and backlashing and hurting them. So it could be that the company keeping a good reputation also helps the girls in that aspect. You know, because we have the Four of Discs and Six of Cups make me feel like the company wasn't always like this. Like they've still viewed it as their home, and they have like really good like nostalgic feelings. Like it's almost like, well, you know, maybe we can get it back there. Like there's just some nostalgia and feeling of like, this is the house that they built, you know, that they got to live there for, you know, that almost like there's a pride of not wanting to leave too. Like Six of Cups is just nostalgic feeling, so it's just like, yeah, it's screwed up, but this is our home. This is, you know, maybe they feel like other companies are still worse, you know. It could be like, yeah, there's shortcomings, but this is the company that knows us, right? This is the one that knows us best. We don't want to start over right now. So there's still just this feeling of being anchored there, feeling home, and people knowing them and feeling comfortable in that. But again, we have more disc in reverse. So there's definitely financial issues here. Not about not getting paid and losing opportunities. So I do think these are just backing up this queen that like they feel that allegedly for entertainment purposes only, their company is losing out on a lot of financial opportunities, and even the ones they're taking advantage of, for some reason they're not making the amount of money that they should. I think Mamamoo know their worth and they know this company is not paying them, but there's just like still some nostalgia, some obligation that keeps them there. Again, like maybe they, you know, they're not getting paid the way they want to, but they have certain freedoms that are worth it for them, the members that have stayed, to stay. But I think we definitely know why Leon has decided not to stay with the company. And it does. I think it leads to a lot of disappointment on their end. I mean, knowing your worth and knowing that other people aren't valuing you the way that you should, especially when you're the reason like that building is standing. Yeah, there's a lot of disappointment. So yeah, I kind of agree. I think their company doesn't treat them the way that they should, and they know that. But they want to keep this like good reputation that they have, and they also there's a time and a place for everything, you know. And I think I've said this in past reading too, it's all about timing. So when the time is right, their company is going to get what they deserve. That's going to happen. It's just that when the timing is right. So I guess I can pull a couple oracles. I did bring some. I wasn't sure. We don't need them, but you know, let's throw them. Let's see what they say. How does Mamamoo feel about their career right now? How is Mamamoo feeling about their career right now? Oh, this is like one of those decks that's like so satisfying to shuffle. Alright. How does Mamamoo feel about their career right now? Okay. The star. Let me see. Let me just turn this whole thing around. I don't read these with reversals, so. Vulnerability. Dreamer. And hope. So yeah, they definitely know that their career, regardless, is doing well. They're you know, we have the star, which is very much the star card in the tarot. This deck has a lot of tarot adjacent cards, and that's about hope and belief. Like they, you know, vulnerability. Things may be tough right now, but they know they still have dreams for the future. They still have hope for the future. They still believe in themselves, right? I think mostly. And I think they're pretty open with how they feel. I don't think they're hiding too much of it. Again, they do care about the company's reputation, but I think if they're not happy, they would show that. And if they are happy, they try to show that too. And they try to just be kind of open with their fans. My stomach keeps growling. And then, you know, we have Dreamer and Hope. So I think, you know, they know times can be tough, but I think they know they have a pretty long and stable career ahead of them, so they have hope that things will pan out. You know, they're still chasing their dreams, and that's not stopping for them, even with all the problems. They're just gonna keep riding it out. You know, good, bad, all in between. So I hope you enjoyed your reading. Thank you so much for your donation. Again, if anybody else wants to have their favorite idol read on, do career readings, personality readings. I can do very specific questions. The more specific question you ask me, the better your reading's going to be, honestly. And the more interested I am, because I am, you know, I like getting to the bottom of things. Sometimes when things are really vague, it's kind of like you don't know which thread to pull. When things are specific, it's like, let's go. So you have more specific questions, I love to hear that. So make a donation on the Kpop page if you want to see your video get made. Right now, I'm not taking free requests. I do have quite a big list on my Tumblr that I have been working through, and I'm going to continue working through. When that list is open, which will still be quite a few months from now, when it finally opens up again, I will make a big post about it. I will make sure everyone knows when I'm taking free requests again. But so if you're leaving a request in the comments and you're wondering why I'm not replying, that's why. I'm not taking free requests at the moment. You have to go through the Ko-fi page. Probably first week of October, look forward to an announcement from me. Right, I think the first week of October. It'll be right after the year-long anniversary of the channel. So yeah, what, like a week and a half? Look for an announcement. But otherwise, that's all I have for you guys today. You know, check out some, you know, Mamamoo videos that are coming up on the screen right now. I got a nice big playlist for you. Have a great day. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And I'll see you real soon. Bye.